Let us begin with the application layer protocols. In this lecture, we will see the Hypertext Transfer Protocol, that is the HTTP. The Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP, is a protocol used mainly to access data on the World Wide Web. It is a protocol for transferring your web pages which are designed using a language called HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTTP uses the services of TCP on the well-known port 80. HTTP version 1.1 is the most common used version today. HTTP works by using a user agent to connect to a server. The user agent could be a web browser or a spider. The server must be located using a URL. The URL always contains http:// at the start. HTTP is a client-server protocol by which two machines communicate using a reliable, connection-oriented transport service such as the TCP. HTTP can be implemented on top of any other protocol on the internet. The lifetime of a connection corresponds to a single request-response sequence. The pure HTTP server implementation treats every request as if it was a brand new request. HTTP pages are stored on your computer and internet caches. The pages load faster, but they are stored on systems that you don't have potentially control, like ISPs caching proxies. HTTP server is implemented by Apache HTTP Server, Microsoft IIS, Jigsaw, Zope, and many others. HTTP functions as a combination of FTP and SMTP. Although HTTP uses the services of TCP, HTTP itself is a stateless protocol. The client initializes the transaction by sending a request message. The server replies back by sending a response. HTTP is called a stateless protocol because each command is executed independently without any knowledge of other commands. This is the main reason that it is difficult to implement websites that react intelligently to the user input. Now, we will discuss the advantages and drawbacks of HTTP. Starting with the advantages. HTTP is platform independent, which allows straight cross-platform porting. No runtime support required to run properly. It can be used over firewalls. For example, global applications. It's not connection oriented. There is no need for network overhead to create and maintain session state and information. Continuing with the drawbacks. Integrity is not there, so someone can easily alter with the content. HTTP is insecure as there's no encryption methods for it. Therefore, it's subjected towards the man in the middle and eavesdropping of the sensitive information. There's no authentication, so you will not have any clear idea with whom you are initiating a communication. Authentication is sent in the clear. Anyone who intercepts the request and can know the username and passwords being used. Now, let's have a quick recap of what we learned in this lecture. We started with the general definition of HTTP. Then we saw advantages and drawbacks of HTTP. What we observed was HTTP has more drawbacks than advantages. Therefore, in the next lecture, we will see the more encrypted version of HTTP, that is the HTTPS.